security.
I got Vernon Dozier with me here on the Phil Hendry Show. Mr. Dozier is with an organization, with a company, it actually owns the company, AirScan Security Systems. And Mr. Dozier, thanks for joining our program on kind of late notice here, because I wanted to get some idea from you, especially in wake of what happened at Chicago O'Hare Airport, what the security systems, for instance, what AirScan Security Systems is doing in terms of hiring security personnel and trying to make these our airports and our airlines more secure. Okay, I'm sorry, sir, you there? All right, well, we have to reestablish contact there with Mr. Dozier, but AirScan Security System trains and is now training, or has begun training, some 11,000 security personnel to be used if they're hired in some airports. And I believe we have you now, sir?
Yes, Phil.
Tell us about your company and what you're doing.
AirScan Security System is in the process of putting together a security personnel, what we call our AirScan Security Delta Team. We train them to be observant, to notice the little things. We're also proud to say that AirScan Security Systems is for its 15th year. Now bringing into the workplace our less fortunate citizens, people with mental and physical challenges. We think it's important to address that situation as well as address the situation of security in our airports.
So you'll train these people and then you will offer them for hire in airports?
We'll offer them for hire in airports. We'll offer them for hire at the airlines. We have a current class of 2001 featuring some of outstanding young people. But keep in mind, again, I think what we do is we combine two areas. We train security people so that our airlines and our airports can be safer. But also, we're very proud of the fact that we are bringing the physically and mentally challenged to the workplace and bringing them into the spotlight of being able to live equally with other people. So we're very proud of that, and I don't think any other security force in the world has brought as many mentally challenged or physically challenged, if you will.
Are these mentally retarded people?
Well, I don't. We don't recognize the term retarded. We recognize challenged. But these are all outstanding young people. Will be part of the security system. I have Bobby Nominelli. Bobby's a graduate of our 2001 class. If you'd like to speak with him,
He's there. What's his name?
Bobby, why don't you say?
Hi.
Hi, Bobby. It's Phil Hendry.
Hi.
Bobby's with our 2001 class featuring some of the challenged people. Part of our AirScan Security. What are you part of, Bobby?
I'm part of AirScan Security Delta Team.
He's with the AirScan.
All right, AirScan Security
Delta Team. Bobby should say, give the Delta whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Okay, let me have the phone.
I'm Bobby.
All right, I got it. He's part of our team, Phil. We utilize certain corporal and aversion techniques. We train our people. They can to Security Delta Team to a razor edge of sharpness. And again,
can I ask you a question here? And I don't want to sound.
Go ahead.
I'm glad that you're helping mentally challenged and physically challenged. Is this the right job for them?
I got to tell you, I don't know how to answer a question like that because we don't think they're different at all. We think they're just as good as anybody. In fact, our core of AirScan Security System people, even the mentally challenged ones, are as good, if not better. And let me underline that, Phil, as good, if not better, than any security people in the airports today. And
you're saying you could train a core of mentally challenged security people for the airports, they're better than the ones that we have in place?
Absolutely. And utilizing our corporal and aversion technique, we train them to a razor-sharp edge. And let me have the phone, Bobby.
I'm Bobby.
Okay, let me have the phone. He's very, very enthusiastic.
Now, this is the young man who is...
That's correct.
One of the young people. What do you mean by corporal or aversion technique?
Phil, when you're dealing with the mentally challenged or physically challenged, you need to get them on the right path. These are people who need to be kind of slapped into line a little bit. And
Bobby, on Delta, me on.
I know. They got to be slapped into line. So what we do is we use a technique whereby we show them things on a conveyor belt, and if they get it right, they get it right. If they don't, we shift down into aversion mode. And Bobby, do you want to look for the plane go boom?
Plane go boom.
Right. What happens is when the plane, if he sees something that he doesn't like, then, all right, I've got a conveyor belt here.
Now, are you in your training area?
We're in a conveyor. Now, Bobby, what do you see on a conveyor belt? You let everybody know.
That's jacket.
That's a jacket.
That's a hairbrush.
Right.
I'm Bobby.
I know you're Bobby. Tell everybody.
That's a jacket.
No, that was the jacket. What's that?
Hairbrush.
Right.
That's a hair dryer.
All right, now you're wrong there. That's a gun. He got that wrong, Phil. So what we do then, okay, you know what?
Uh-oh.
That's right. That's the uh-oh. He knows what the uh-oh is.
What do you mean the uh-oh? So in other words, he missed?
He missed that was a gun, and he thought it was a hairdryer. So come on, sit down. We now go into what we call our aversion mode, Phil, and we utilize electromagnetic current that we run through part of his body.
Now, wait a second. That's like a...
No, it's aversion. Bobby, come on.
Uh-oh.
I know, it's the uh-oh part.
Uh-oh.
All right, we got it now? Now, let's see. Okay, I'm just attaching him here.
Uh-oh.
What did you just do?
That's the uh-oh, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
What did you just do?
We attached electromagnetic current to... are you okay, Bobby?
Uh-oh.
No, the uh-oh's all over, okay? Now, let's go ahead and see that on a conveyor belt now. Now, what is that?
That's a gun.
That's right, it's a gun. You see what happens? All you got to do is put a few...
What did you do? You said electromagnetic current...
I'm crispy, Bobby.
An electromagnetic current through that boy? What did you do to him?
Hold on, Mr. Henry, because a minute ago you were the guy who said you didn't think we ought to be hiring retards, and now you're telling me that I did something wrong?
And I didn't say you shouldn't be hiring the mentally challenged. I'm asking you whether having a job at an airport security station is right for people like that. That's all. You heard the poor kid. He couldn't recognize the difference between a gun and a hairdryer.
But I gave him the aversion technique.
Uh-oh.
What he calls the uh-oh. And
okay, that's fine.
Let me do it one more time because he's very good. Bobby, see the conveyor belt?
I'm Bobby.
I know. And what are you?
I'm Delta Force.
Delta Force, that's right. Look at the thing.
Plane go boom. Plane go boom.
He said plane go boom. And
what is plane go boom?
He saw a bomb, and he was absolutely good for you, Bobby, here. There's a graham cracker with some cream cheese on it. Attaboy.
I find this to be unsettling, Mr. Dozier.
Well, I think when you're dealing with some of these retards, it's scary.
And I find it unsettling that you use the word retard in the same line where you're talking about how egalitarian you are hiring the mentally challenged. Now, I got to give our phone number out here, so hold on. 1-800-449-8686. 1-800-449-8686. AirScan Security System is one of many companies that provides or is attempting to provide more security for our airports.
More cheese.
He wants cheese.
Well, that's fine. You can give him his cheese. I find it to be absolutely cruel that they would subject that boy to some kind of what they call aversion therapy. They ran an electromagnetic current through him because he mistook a gun for a hairdryer. Mr. Dozier, Vernon, I'm not saying that you are to be condemned for hiring the mentally challenged. I'm asking, is it an appropriate job?
And I am repeating what I said to you. We feel the mentally challenged can do any job that anybody else can do. And we also feel that the mentally challenged are completely up to the job of securing our airports much better than the people they've got in there right now. May I remind you, Mr. Henry, we had 4 airplanes hijacked in the span of an hour with that group that we got now. And
I'm Bobby.
And Bob, you are Bobby. Bobby.
And you're saying Bobby there, who's saying things like plane go boom, is a better security guy than what we have in place right now?
Absolutely.
All right, 1-800-449-8686. The kid he's a nice boy, but he's obviously being used by this company. And what are they paying them? And then when the kid does something good, he gives them a graham cracker with cream cheese on it. Excuse me. 1-800-449-8686. 1-800-449-8686. This is the Phil Hendry Show.
jacket.
That's a jacket. That's right.